Hello, good evening everyone. I am Dr. Keyur Nayak, Director of Lakshmi Institute of Management, Sarigam, Gujarat. And today we are going to learn what is deep learning, how it works, what are the various applications of deep learning, which is the most famous algorithm of deep learning, and what is the industry use of deep learning. So all those things we will see step by step. So first of all, let us try to understand the definition of deep learning. So deep learning is a subfield of machine learning which is concerned with algorithm inspired by the structure and functions of the human brain called artificial neural networks. So in other words, we can say that deep learning mimics the human behavior. The way human thinks, the way human feel, all those things can be done using deep learning algorithms. So the task of human can be performed with the help of machine in an industry. That's the definition of deep learning. Deep learning is an artificial intelligence functions that mimics the working of the human brain in processing data used for detecting images and objects, recognizing speech, translating languages, and making decisions. I would like to give one example over here. Last year I visited Vietnam, Hanoi University of Textile and Garments. So professors and students were not able to speak out in English. They were speaking to all of us only in Vietnamese. And we were not able to talk to them in Vietnamese. We were aware of English only. So we started using Google language conversion tool. So we were speaking in English and converting it into Vietnamese. They were speaking in Vietnamese and converting it into English. So this is how the whole conference has taken place. So companies like Google, Microsoft, Facebook, Yahoo, they are all using deep learning algorithms for translating languages and speech recognitions and image recognition. Right? The second use of deep learning models are they are able to learn without human supervision by drawing inferences itself from the data which are unstructured and unlabeled. Deep learning is a form of machine learning can be used to help detect fraud and money laundering in banking and insurance industry and also able to perform variety of functions in other fields such as medical, manufacturing, logistic and supply chain management, digital marketing and so on. There are varieties of field and varieties of industries where deep learning algorithms are used to take human decisions. Okay, now let us try to know how deep learning works. So, deep learning has evolved hand in hand with the digital era, which has brought about an explosion of data in all forms and from every region of the world. These data are popularly known as big data. Okay, and this data can be drawn from sources such as social media, internet search engines, e-commerce platforms, and online cinemas, and the list is endless. This enormous amount of data is readily accessible and can be shared through fintech platforms using cloud computing. However, the data, which is normally unstructured, is so vast and it could take decades for human to comprehend it and to extract relevant information out of it. And that's why companies have realized that incredible potential of machine which can generate very crucial results for them and which can generate wealth for them. So in other words, I would like to say it's a wealth of informations increasingly adopted by companies across the globe using AI system for automated support to their business. Deep learning is also used across all industries for a number of different tasks. Commercial applications that use image recognition, open source platform with consumer recommendation systems, medical research tools that explore the possibility of reusing the drugs for new treatment. A few of the example of deep learning algorithms. Deep learning algorithms, when we talk about algorithms, there are three main important algorithms. The first one is multi-layer neural network, recurrent neural network, and third one is convolutional neural networks. So first of all, let us try to understand what is multi-layer neural network. Very important, pay attention over here. Without taking any mathematical examples and complex calculation, let us try to understand through a story. Suppose I am giving a task to my students, student A, B and C. Three students are there. So student A will identify the eyes of the kangaroo. Student B will identify nose of the kangaroo, and student C will identify the ears of the kangaroo. Right? I will give them 100 images and I will train them. So the moment 101 number image will appear before them, immediately they will say that whether it is an eye, nose or ears of a kangaroo or not. So they will give higher probability, more than 90 or 95% probability to the image of kangaroo. And if I will give them different image of different animal, maybe lion or tiger, they will give very low probability and they will say that it is not an eye, nose or ear of a kangaroo, and they will give result to me. My students will give result to me and I will check it once again, and then I will forward it for a further decision making. So there are three layers over here in this decision making process. The first layer is my student, the second layer is me myself, and the third layer is the manager of a company who is interested into detecting image. So this is how our eyes are working. Our eyes passes signal to our mind and this is how our mind takes decisions. So in a similar way, we can pass out the image to the computer also. So face detection, so attendance system in any organization using our face detection is an example of multi-layer neural network, because that face detections read our eyes and decides whether these eyes belongs to Mr. Nayak or not, and then it gives report to the HR manager कि yes, he is present for the day or he is absent for the day. So no need of any human interaction, the machine will read the data without any human support. That's what we have discussed, and this is how multi-layer model works in any organization for attendance recording of an employees using face detection. Right, this is a wonderful examples of deep learning technique which we have seen. I have given you a full-fledged examples. So I can appoint three more students to measure the height, weight and body structure of the kangaroo. So I am training three students on face detection. I am training three more students on identifying the different dimensions of the kangaroo, and finally after looking at each feature I can take decision, yes, this image belongs to kangaroo and not of any other animal. So here student A will work on what? One feature of the animal, and when student A is working on one feature of the animal, we can say that he is working on one neuron of the system. So this is very important for all of you to know. So there are different neurons in our mind also, our brain also. We can become nervous, we can become happy, we can be aggressive, we can be calm, cool. So looking at our mood, others can detect our personality. So in a similar way, machine can detect image and it can produce a result. So this is how deep learning algorithm works. Let us look at few more example. Deep learning architectures such as deep neural networks. Okay, that's we have seen. So this kind of algorithms are used in a variety of field for a variety of purpose, such as uh, computer vision, speech recognition, natural language processing, audio recognition, social network filtering, machine translation, bioinformatics, drug design for a medical field, medical image analytics, material inspection, and game programming. So they have produced, deep learning has produced very good results comparable to the others. And in some cases, they have surpassed human expert performance also. Speech recognition is an interdisciplinary subfield of deep learning. So what happens in speech recognitions? Image recognition we have seen. Now let us look at speech recognitions. So there are two type of system. Some speech recognition systems require training. So where training is required, they are known as enrollment, where an individual speaker reads text and train the machine. So whenever next time the same speaker will come and speak out something, the machine will identify whose voice it is. For example, voice based password. Nowadays it is very popular. Instead of typing stuff, what you will do, you will create a voice based password. So whenever you will say to your laptop, I am Dr. KU Nayak, please log in me inside. So this will become a password for you. So, but for that you have to train your machine 2-3 times. You will have to speak out before the laptop, and fourth or fifth time whenever you will come on your laptop and will speak out, then your laptop will understand, yes, this is a voice of KU sir, and let him open the computer. This is how voice based system work. They are known as user dependent system, and some of the systems are there which are not dependent on user. For example, the system which analyzes the person specific voice and uses it to fine tune the recognition that person speech, resulting in increasing accuracy. But some system they do not use training, and they are known as speaker independent system. Systems that use training are called speaker dependent system, right? So voice based password is an example of speaker dependent, but there are speaker independent systems also. So speech recognition applications include voice user interface such as voice dialing, call routing, okay, domestic appliance control, search keywords, okay. So these are the example of system that are use systems which are independent. They do not require support of training. Simple data entry work, when you are entering your credit card number, only you have to speak out your credit card number, and the system, the mobile will automatically understand that yes, it is your voice and this is your credit card number. So this is how we conclude.